Hello and welcome to Two Indoor Gaming, and yes, it's Christmas time, and that means Christmas updates in all your favourite games. Not a huge fan of Christmas updates myself. I feel like it sort of puts a burden of expectation on people who should be working on game mechanics and things, but hey, it's here and let's enjoy it. This is what you're looking for. Just run around the world and you'll see these tucked away. I found them in pretty much every biome that I've visited. So I don't think that matters, but of course the flatter it is, like a nice grassland area, means you're going to be able to spot them a little bit easier. They come in green, blue, and red. So let's see what this little green one has for us. Oh, and we've got some holiday lights, and they come in green and blue and red and yellow, but you can only make 3, it seems. And some molasses, which I'll show you what that is good for very soon. So some of the new recipes, I've gotten most of them wandering around. You'll find them in chests and against certain mobs. Let's see, so here we go. We've got 3 types of lights here available for crafting: blue, green and red. We also have, sorry, my mouse is locked up for some reason. Where are we? Here's the sort of blocks you can craft: gingerbread roof, candy cane wall, gingerbread wall, brick gingerbread wall, swirl gingerbread wall, and tile gingerbread wall. And you can also make a lovely gingerbread window made with chocolate and I don't know what that's supposed to be, spun candy or something. And the other thing you can make is, sorry, I skimmed past them, gift boxes, and they are effectively 20 space chests, but they look nice, especially around a tree. And speaking of which, this world, Coralville, it's not my normal tutorial world because this is going to be a new series. Not only am I demonstrating R26, but I'm introducing you to our little world, Coralville. We're going to start a whole new city. This is the same world as in my tutorial preview, but we decided we didn't like that space. Let's start again. Let's try something different. And so me and my son, 6'4", here, having himself a swim. Hello, 6'4". He's a bit shy. He's only 10. He doesn't want to be talking just yet. Hopefully I can convince him to later. I think he does fine when he talks, but he just wants to be shy today. We've got ourselves a nice central fountain. For central square of our city. We'll be expanding all around here. We've done a bunch of clearing and filling already, but the thing I most like is this lovely gingerbread house. Just ignore the goo in the air. That was 6'4" having some fun jumping up on goo splats. Here's our Christmas tree. All of this work here has been done by 6'4". I've not touched it. I've collected some of the bricks and just put them in a present for him. He's opened them up and put this together. I think he's done a wonderful job. This is a Christmas tree with some, these are those gift boxes you can either craft or you'll find them in the presents that you find all around the world. He's made himself a lovely molasses moat here, and there's a gingerbread wall, because Christmas cheer spreads. That's what he told me anyway. He thought this was a nice feature. Obviously there's not using Christmas blocks, but we've got some flower pots with extractors in them. Lovely. And so he's used all of the different types of bricks here to great effect. The gingerbread wall, I really love this. He decided to put the candy cane wall as some lovely carpeting. Unfortunately we haven't found the fire pit blueprint yet, so we can't put fire in here just yet. Hopefully soon. Oh, and look who's come down the chimney. It's not Santa, but that's okay. He comes bearing gifts. So there's that lovely window effect with the chocolate around the edges, which is good because until we found that, 6'4" said he just couldn't find any windows he felt like matched the walls. So that is a nice effect. It's a pity they don't seem to have included doors. Windows, yes, but not doors. Certainly not in the update notes. They didn't list it as one of the possibilities. Maybe they have, and they forgot to mention it, and I just haven't found the blueprint yet. It's always possible. So, this is lovely. There's another thing we haven't found in this world. I did find it in my tutorial world, and that is a Santa hat for your pets. And once we find that, we are going to put ourselves one of our pets up on the roof, up on top of the chimney with a Santa hat. We haven't decided which one yet. Maybe Grog would be a nice contender. What do you reckon? Looks a lot like Santa? Maybe not. Or the Thing! If you haven't seen one of these yet, this is the toughest baddie in the game, found down in the corruption level. He looks like he's got 2 heads. Could be a he or a she. Or both. And that's alright. Yes. So maybe that would be a convincing Santa. Stuff for nightmares anyway. You make sure you get to sleep before that arrives on your roof, that's for sure. Okay, another thing you can do with the Christmas update stuff is bake yourself some, what do they call it, gingerbread or ginger loaf. What you need for that is a bread recipe. Just put in the grain and molasses and bing, gingerbread loaf. And you can craft that up, and that gives you a nice bonus to your, or boost to your health meter. It doesn't improve your health, it just improves your maximum. So, yeah. So you get that boost if you eat it. I'll just show you what that's like. Here we go. Just watch my health meter. Bing! See it, so it's giving me a boost up here. Just like so. Increase my maximum, basically. I don't know what he's doing over there, but I'm sure it's good. That's the main things with the update. If you want to get, you can get drops off mobs, but it's the winter mobs. So you're looking basically for your Arctic Mirus, your Blizzard Chizards, and these guys, the Rambos. They don't seem to drop a lot. I found a lot more stuff in the presents than I have on the drops, especially with the Rambos. I did go Rambo on the Rambos, and maybe every second one, every third one you got a drop, but I killed so many of those things and mostly just got chunks of molasses, not a lot otherwise. So I think you're probably better off just going roaming and looking for these things instead. What have we got? Ooh, so a few more things to decorate with. You are looking for those rare things. You get most of the recipes pretty easily and multiples of them. I'll show you, see if there's anything I haven't mentioned. I've got a bunch of things here in this present. Like I said, 20 space chest. So yeah, that's what the gifts look like. A few of the different blocks and all of the different kind of recipes. See, these are all the bonus ones we found. 7 gingerbread window recipes, and so on. So that's it, I think, generally for the Christmas feel or changes with R26. Other things that they've changed, they have changed how you let your how you administer your worlds. If you've got a multiplayer world like this one, you now have the capacity to use your admin commands, promote, ban, that sort of thing, without them being logged in. But to do that, they've had to reset all permissions. So the first time one of your multiplayer friends comes in, you'll have to reset their promotion level. If they'll go to default, whatever you've set that at, whether it's visitor or builder, and if you'll have to promote them again, basically. Until then, they'll just be on the default level. But it does mean if one of your other friends says, "Oh, this guy was on last night and he was a real," you can say, "Fine, I'll ban him now." You don't have to wait until they log back in, he or she. Trolls are, it's a equal opportunity profession. Yeah, you can ban them before they come back in, rather than having to wait to catch them and then do your admin commands. Very handy, great thing for owners, administrators to use. Also, apparently they have rejigged the ladders so that they're more intuitive to use. I played around a little, didn't notice much of a difference, but I didn't get too intense on it. So hopefully, I'm as I've said in a previous video, ladders is the one thing I dislike the most. A big change is with the blueprints. Now this is something I've heard a lot of people talk about, including me, and that is when you purchase a blueprint in the store, the rules were you could only use it in one world. You could use it as many times as you liked in that world, but only that one world. Well, they've switched it. It's now the opposite. Now when you put a blueprint down, you can put it down in every world, but only once. So it's the exact opposite. Instead of one world as many times as you like, it's as many worlds as you like, but only once in each. And that will be met with great rejoicing, because a lot of people found that a really strange decision on the part of Playful. They're doing wonderful work, but I know a lot of people are like, what? With that one. So that is a great change. Also, when you put down that touchstone, it will be a beacon. It will form a beacon for the owner, so you might be able to find those. I know that will be a feature that Just Jen will like if she can track down that treehouse that she lost. I bet she would be very happy. All these changes to blueprints are retrospective as well, which is a great thing. Also, you'll notice a few changes here. Straight in, we've got your coin value and a store button. You can go straight there. Everybody was gifted with 450 coins, which was a clever move, because if you look, blueprints, they've got various costs. I've got them all, but so the prices aren't coming up, but various costs, 150 whatever. It seems like, I think they've dropped a little in price, but I'm not 100% sure. But your recipes for new blocks, you're looking at 500 coins each. Right, so with your gift 450 coins, and that applies to old players and new players alike for a limited time, you won't have enough to get any of these. But, see, and this is where they're being clever, if you were to just spend $5, you get 550 and be able to buy 2 different block packs. I think that's, you know, they've got to earn some money. They're putting a lot of work in here, and they've made it free to play. I can see what they're doing there. I doubt that's accidental. I don't begrudge them that too much. I mean, quite frankly, I bought the game before it was free to play, but I'd be happy to pay $5 for this. I've already clocked up well over 200 hours, and that would be a small price to pay. I've bought games for a lot more than that, where I've gotten less than 10 hours out of it before I've rage quit the whole thing forever. So, there you go. Other changes, just think, a brilliant one, permissions on extractors. You chuck down an extractor on a lump of ore and it takes 5 minutes. Of course you're going to wander away and do some other stuff, right? And then some other guy comes in, or girl, and they nick all your ore before you can come back and claim it. Well, now it is whoever places the excavator, it's got permissions on it, so they can't just claim it. You have to come back and claim it for yourself. So that's helping a little bit of ward off a little bit of that sniping that goes on. So that's good. Also, we've seen a few balance changes for keepers. The keeper spawn, I knew they'd bring that down. On R25, they ramped it up hugely. They still appear quite frequently. Nobody's going to cry that there's not enough of them, but they've just toned it down just a little bit, just to balance that out a little bit. And also a couple of the treasure chests and spawns like that, they say they've stopped the over generosity of some of them. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. A few bug fixes, like your hats now appear on keepers, stuff like that. Otherwise, a nice little update. I think they made some very welcome changes, and it's a little bit of fun doing the Christmassy things. But I think a lot of world owners will be the happiest with that permissions change. Okay, so we'll get to the check back in on us in a week or so. We'll show you what we've done with the area. You can see how this world is growing, and how we can enjoy building new things for you to see. Okay, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time. Well, finally found a Santa hat, so there you go. It's the nightmare before Christmas and after Christmas and every day the rest of your life. That's the thing is Santa Claus, he's going to come down your chimney. I hope you've been good this year. Merry Christmas from 2 Indoor Gaming. We'll see you next time.